Do you want to know who's been sent to jail? The latest news in the Kardashian drama? Who's been kidnapped? And the latest lineups for influencer boxing MMA? You're watching our YouTube channel, and here's the latest. Be sure to stick around to the end to make sure you're up to date with the latest news, which happened in March through to April. Remember to hit that subscribe button to stay updated with all the latest news. On the 2nd of March 2023, it was reported that Miles Routledge, a British YouTuber and self-styled danger tourist, is among 3 British men being held by the Taliban's feared counterintelligence unit in Kabul. He has over 140,000 followers on Twitter and is known for going to dangerous places for fun. Mr. Routledge was arrested on March 2nd, along with 2 Polish nationals named Adrian Wojcik and Roman Bilski, and is being held for further questioning. 2 other Britons, charity medic Kevin Cornwell and a second unnamed man who manages a hotel in Kabul, are believed to have been held by Taliban secret police since January. A Taliban security officer confirmed the arrest of multiple foreigners last week to The Telegraph. Mr. Routledge has been held by the Taliban's counterintelligence department in Kabul since August, when he was criticized for visiting the country during the Taliban's takeover. Mr. Routledge, who studied physics at Loughborough University, traveled to Afghanistan to shoot footage for his social media accounts. He acquired a spot on a British Army evacuation flight to Dubai while thousands of Afghans who had worked alongside British troops were left behind. Now moving on to XXXTentacion's killers who received their sentence on the 20th of March. A Florida jury found 3 men guilty of killing Jose Onfroy, aka XXXTentacion. They were charged with his murder. After the rapper was shot outside a South Florida motorcycle store, all 3 guys were accused of first-degree murder. The sentence for first-degree murder convictions for Michael Boatwright, age 27, Dedrick Williams, age 26, and Trayvon Newsome, age 24, is life in prison. According to the BBC, the attorneys for the 3 men said throughout the trial that the rapper's body had not been examined for DNA, and that the investigation had been botched since alternative suspects had not been considered. In his closing argument, attorney Joseph Kamak asserted that the person who was responsible for XXXTentacion's death wasn't present. Moving over to TikTok drama, now on the 6th of April, Kim Kardashian and her daughter North West have been banned on TikTok. Although TikTok has not yet offered an explanation for the withdrawal, some Twitter users speculate that age limits may be the blame. North will turn 10 in roughly 2 months, and the video sharing app now has a rating of 12+. TikTok features a restricted version with added privacy and safety safeguards for users under the age of 13. The platform has been contacted by Complex for a response. Despite the ban designation, sources tell TMZ that North was the one who decided to delete the account because she thought it was time for a break. An unnamed insider claimed North has been more interested in focusing her creativity in other areas lately and is taking a break from TikTok. Like most children, her interests shift frequently, so she may be back on as early as tomorrow, or never again. Now on to the massive backlash that MrBeast's friend Chris Tyson has been receiving on Twitter. Chris Tyson, a friend and collaborator of MrBeast, has acknowledged using HRT. Once he started experiencing hatred on the internet, Twitter jumped to his defense. Chris Tyson, who frequently appears in MrBeast's YouTube videos and is now well known in his own right, faced backlash online for his physical transformation. A Twitter user posted 2 images of Chris along with a derogatory remark. He responded by saying he had been on HRT, a hormone replacement therapy. He also discussed the problems of those who identify as gender non-conforming. Informed consent HRT saved my life and the lives of countless others. It amazes me how many barriers GNC people must overcome in order to receive life-saving, gender-affirming treatment in a first-world nation. Simply let people to make knowledgeable decisions on their own bodies, he said in a tweet. On Twitter, Chris has received a lot of support from numerous individuals since he started suffering abuse. Moving over to influencer boxing news on April 10th, it was reported that controversial rapper Blueface is set to be boxing Ed Matthews. Blueface has been added to the London boxing event as a wild card bout. Blueface hasn't fought in the ring since 2021, when he defeated Cain Trujillo, but he's had a number of fights called off because of issues outside the ring. British TikTok singer Ed Matthews will square off against controversial rapper Blueface in a wild card fight at Kingpin Boxing's forthcoming tournament opening in London. For the first time since his debut in 2021, when he defeated Cain Trujillo on a bare knuckle FC program where celebrities fought in gloved white collar matches on the undercard, Blueface will compete at the April 22nd event. Due to disputes outside the ring, he had 2 other ring returns postponed. The rapper will probably be able to compete against Matthews, who is not new to negative attention in his own way. Both guys have only engaged in 1 bout of boxing, with the Brit's debut knockout of Simple Simon, 52, last summer. In a video on TikTok ridiculing Matthews, Blueface told viewers, "Finally got a call. Man's got a fight. Some dude from the UK or Australia. I have no idea who the fuck that guy is, but they called with the check. So you know what we're gonna do." the rapper's girlfriend, Krishan Rock, was described as holding man's wood in Matthews' crude response after he stopped him. The two will not participate in the high-stakes tournament for the promotion, which pits 8 YouTubers against one another in a winner-stays-on 3-fight matchup. However, they'll be one of the most well-publicized matches of the program because Blueface is seldom far from the news. Fans were shocked to learn that his girlfriend's expecting their child recently. The couple's intermittent romance has seen them publicly split up several times, but it seems they're making an effort to survive yet another snag. Now on to a boxing match that's been rumored to take place. Jake Paul and Nate Diaz were apparently going to be going head-to-head in a boxing match later this year. It looks like Nate Diaz appears to be close to agreeing to face the problem child, just days after Jake Paul's older brother accused him of trying to avoid a battle in the ring. On Twitter, @HappyPunchPromo broke the story by claiming that sources close to Diaz camp had confirmed that the parties were in negotiations. On Twitter, it states, "Jake Paul and Nate Diaz are nearing a deal to box," sources close to Diaz's camp say. The trouble child became well known on YouTube before switching to boxing. With a string of well-publicized victories over other online personas and previous professional athletes like Anderson Silva and Tyron Woodley, Paul's built a name for himself in the ring, with a record of 21 wins and 13 losses. Aldo, on the other hand, has established a reputation as one of the hardest and most resilient fighters in the sport. Diaz has excellent boxing talents and has trained for many years with undefeated former world champion Andre Ward. Despite never having participated in a professional boxing bout, social media is already buzzing a lot about the probable matchup. Nate Diaz and Jake Paul have not yet made any official comments on a future boxing match. Yet if the rumors are accurate, this might be one of the biggest boxing events of the year, attracting spectators from the UFC and boxing scenes. It's just been announced on the 12th of April that the boxing match is confirmed, scheduled for the 5th of August in Dallas, Texas. In addition, Jake released a video stating that it's a 2-part deal. First part will be Diaz and Paul boxing, then 6 months later, they'll be stepping into the PFL Smart Cage to fight MMA style. Who do you think's gonna win? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. That's all the news we have today. Thank you so much for watching, and take care.